Pro tip for how to train your aim. No, seriously, this is how IDDQD practices. He actually said it on stream. He was telling us how to set it up and everything like that. So in the background, what you're seeing right now is how IDDQD trains and how I've kind of been messing around with it myself a little bit. McCree's kind of fallen off. Soldier's kind of taking the reins for your hit scan. So what that means is he's not necessarily bad, but he's not gonna have as much success in the hands of somebody who, you know, isn't as good as IDDQD. You know, he can play McCree whenever he wants because he's an absolute god. But anyway, what you do is you go into a custom game, you fill the other side up with Ana bots, medium, hard, somewhere in there, and then you turn on headshots only. And what I do, because I am a noob, kind of, is and I like to kind of push objective to some extent, is I go ahead and increase damage to 200% of what it would normally be, so that one headshot is a kill shot. So what I do is I always play on King's Row because it feels comfortable to me, it feels the best to me, and it's a nice long game. In fact, this footage behind you, or behind that you're watching, I mean, is actually probably 30 minutes long. I did defense and offense. Defense is definitely better because all you have to do is go stand on the point like I do in this video and just click on the heads. The heads are going to be moving around. It's going to be super chaotic. You'll probably get collateral kills. Don't worry about it. You'll miss a ton of your shot because it's headshot only. I know I did. I think I had like 13% accuracy, 16% accuracy, somewhere like that on the defensive side of things, and then on the offense it was a little bit higher because they kind of stand around the cart and stuff like that. So you kind of go click on head to head to head to head kind of a thing and see how quick you can go if you can't get headshots from distance. Anyway, it is actually a really good way to practice, and it's kind of fun, contrary to popular belief. I mean, contrary to what I would think. But the reason why you pick Anabots is because they cannot get headshots on you, so they can't hurt you. On the other side, your Deadeye can't kill them because your Deadeye is a body shot that kills people as opposed to being a headshot, so it doesn't actually work. Same thing with your E. You can't flashbang these Anas because flashbang doesn't get a headshot. However, this is an absolutely amazing way to train. It is, I mean, in IDDQD actually says that it is quite frustrating because, you know, it's difficult to hit headshots just back to back to back to back unless you practice a lot. And I'm assuming that this is how he practices quite a bit, and it pays off 100%. I mean, the guy's an absolute beast. You know, and I mean, like, I used to be decent at McCree, and I found it very difficult. I'm out of practice now, so in the video, I'm probably going to be a bit shit. But, you know, what do you expect? I'm no pro. I'm no IDDQD. I'm just some loser with a YouTube channel, right? But what you want to do is you can do this on whoever you want to do. The popular picks, I'm assuming, probably something like Widow, Hanzo, McCree, somebody who has the ability to pretty much just drop somebody with a headshot or two, kind of a thing, and somebody who has a lot of power, and somebody who gains a ton from hitting heads. You could also, of course, do this on Genji, on Soldier, on whoever you want, because I mean, all it's going to do is refine your aiming. So I mean, a few other things that you could do is you could drop the headshot part of this and just do easy 6 Anabots versus you on easy, 6 Anabots versus you on medium. So on easy, I've only done it with 2 characters, right? I've only done it on Hanzo and I've only done it on McCree because those are the 2 characters that I enjoy playing the most, and I need aim training help on those more than anybody else. Those are the characters that I can get better aim training in a closed environment where I set up all the variables, as opposed to in a quick match. You know, quick match is easy to get aim training on. Soldier, you just kind of like follow people with your cursor. You have to understand like burst fire and stuff like that. But McCree, on the other hand, and Hanzo, on the other hand, is kind of you might have somebody flanking you. With this, you have you know what you're doing. You know how to set up your scatter arrows to get a kill on an Ana. It's pretty easy. I mean, it's pretty easy anyway. You just kind of fire it in the ground in front of them, and all the bullets go towards them, or the little mini arrows go towards them. But that's why I like doing it on this. And if you're not having too much of a challenge with any of this, throw an enemy player on the team. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, throw out another like a proper player, you know, on the enemy team and do, you know, 6v1 again. It's not uncommon for me to do 3v1s or 1v3s. I play Genji, my friends play whatever they want to play. I posted a video about this earlier, and it actually helps a lot. So I mean, like, throw a player on the other team. You know, I mean, I played against one of my friends today as Hanzo because I have trouble hitting Pharaohs out of the air. So I told him that he can play Pharah, and we'll just go 1v1. And I mean, like, it was pretty even because we're neck and neck right there. So I mean, like, an enemy player amongst a bunch of bots can kind of, it gives you an element to worry about that's not just AI. You know, something can actually kill you now. Something can actually mess with you. I mean, like, if you're having too hard of a time on you know, those easy and medium difficulties, trying to, I mean, it's just a solo game, you versus the bots. It's as easy as that. You know, if you're supposed to defend the payload, defend the payload. If you're supposed to push the payload, push the payload. Go like that. If you're having too hard of a time there, increase the damage that you do to 200%. If you're wanting to make it harder, no McCree right clicks. Flashbang, headshot, headshot. That's how you have to kill him. No flashbang, right click. No walk up to him, right click. Focus on only using that left click, because that's what's gonna do the most damage for you. You know, if you left click somebody's head and then left click it again, you can get off 2 left clicks pretty quick in the same time that you're just gonna fan the hammer. And this can all be done during a flashbang. So I feel like that's kind of a really big thing to learn from this, is don't right click, don't fan the hammer, and that's what this headshot only mode teaches. But I mean, even if you do it on easy mode or something like that, don't right click, because I mean, that's just not good. That's just not a good thing to do. And I mean, like, if you want to make it even harder and you are doing one of these easier medium modes, don't use your ultimate. You can't hit them. The Anabots will always try and sleep you, but it's pretty easy to kind of outmaneuver them. All you have to do is kind of peek out a little bit and they'll fire it, and then you can kind of like move back in as it hits the wall in front of you or something like that, and then peek out and kill them. You know, there's ways that you can get around things, but you have to train yourself to kind of do new things. You know, for example, whenever I aim on McCree or on Hanzo, I aim from the left to the right. I want to put my cursor on the left of them, and I want to move up to their head, move up to center mass, wherever I want to hit my arrow, and that's a habit. Now, what happens if the cursor's on my left, or what if they're on my left and the cursor's on the right? Well, that's kind of an issue. You want to kind of get that. You know, repetition does wonders in any game. You know, any game that any pro player of any game will tell you that repetition is what will make you a great player. Repetition is what you need. In soccer, you wanna do repetition. It's just you know, corner comes in, you want to finish it in the top 90. Easy enough. Practice it, you know, have people serve balls in and finish it in the top 90, stuff like that. Same thing in Overwatch. You want to get your McCree accuracy up to, you know, 55% on average. That's a pretty big goal right there. But that's what you have to do, is you have to go and practice. Whether you practice your McCree in quick play or whether you do it like this. I personally would suggest doing it both ways, for the simple reason that it's going to work wonders on your your reflex shooting and stuff like that. That's all it's gonna do. It's gonna work on that. You know, you can't use your E ability really unless you do those other 2 modes, the easy and medium Anas versus you. And it is 100% possible to do those other 2 modes, because I mean, like, difficult, even though they are bots, it's still a 6v1, but it is definitely possible. I've done it on easy a lot, and then medium. It gets pretty difficult for me, but you're probably better than me. You know, I'm not that great at the game. I just really enjoy it and really enjoy kind of practicing my aim. So you see in the background here that I'm doing a ton of stuff. I'm doing a ton of different aiming techniques. I'm trying to challenge myself, because you'll see that sometimes the Anas will kind of stand, and this is more on offense than defense. So what I'll do is I'll kind of try and like reaction shot both of them, you know, and on the left and on the right. I'll kind of, you know, try to shoot the one on the left, miss her head. Try to shoot the one on the right, miss her head. Trying to shoot the one on the left. Okay, got her. Shoot the one on the right. Missed again. You know, something like that. Try and challenge yourself, because, I mean, what you put in is what you're going to get out. That's the whole motto of this. You know, if you literally stand on defense as the Anas run around you, and just pink as they, like, stop or slow down or move in, like, certain patterns, you're not going to get that much out of it. Run, jump around. I don't suggest jumping in games really too much. It makes you have a harder time aiming, and then it also lets people hit you because they know where you're going to go. You're going to land right there. Why do they know that? Because you're in the air heading towards that area. So why not pre-fire there? Something like that. Or, you know, just wait until you land there and then shoot you if it's a Widow or another McCree. But that's what you want to do, is you want to challenge yourself in these things. I know it might not be fun to do. I know it might not, some of you guys might not like it, but I mean, like, it will help you. And I mean, if it was just me saying like, oh, do this, guys, this is great, you just face computers all day, I mean, I could understand the speculation, people being like, dude, you suck. Why? No, play real players. Like, what are you talking about? But when a pro, you know, a top 30 people in the world or whatever is telling you, no, here's how you gotta do it. You want a mix of this and this, and this is how I train on McCree. Personally, I say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna listen to that guy, and I'm gonna do that. And so, I mean, like, that's what I've done, and I've done it for a while now. I've done it a couple of times. I do it like 2 or 3 times a week. Not necessarily this one, but I will drop them on easy or on medium and have a go at it and see just what I can do and see if I can survive and stuff like that. See what I can do with my angles and everything like that. And it's quite a bit of fun. I mean, it gets old. It does, because you're playing against bots. So that's why I'm saying is you want to do a combo of, you know, quick play or, you know, custom game against friends, and also these AI games, because these AI games are mechanical. You know, you click the head, 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 as opposed to a game where you're say the 1v3. If I wanted to do a 1v3 against my friends as McCree, it wouldn't be that mechanical. It wouldn't be I click the head, I click the head, I click the head. It would be something like I get a body shot, I miss, they return fire, they hit me, drop me down to half. Okay, now I'm in survival mode. Now I have to go find health. Now I have to survive. One of them just came around the corner. E, double shot their head. They're done. Cool. Find health pack, turn around, click the head, kind of a thing. And go from there. But it's a lot more mechanical like this, and it's going to help you just get into the habit of clicking on heads and reacting to these shots, and kind of learn from them. Not even actively, but you'll passively just be like, okay, next time I need to do this a little bit better. And what you'll notice in this video is that I go from hitting very few of them, which I mean, like, it doesn't ramp up much, because I am so out of practice on McCree. You know, I haven't played him at all in Season 3. Actually, I think I played 25 minutes of him in Season 3. Everything else, Soldier. Soldier and, you know, other stuff like that. But you'll ramp up and you'll kind of get used to it, to where you know where you're aiming and you know how to aim, so you'll reaction just like look up, boom, headshot on an Ana from like 50 yards, and you're like, damn, I just did that, you know? And you'll go from there, and it's very mechanical. That's what you need, is you want that repetition. You want that mechanical repetition, so that in game you don't think about that, you just do it. That's what you want to do. That's what IDDQD does, is he doesn't think, he just does. That gives him time to think about everything else. Think about his positioning, think about his cooldowns, think about how he wants to use his ultimate, think about what ultimates the other team has, thinks about when to press tab to check his own ultimates, stuff like that. So anyway, guys, I just made this a 14-minute video. Oh my goodness. So I'll go ahead and wrap it up just really quick. Thank you guys for watching. If you are still with me, you know, because I mean, it means a lot if you watch the entire video. And I mean, hopefully I'm not that boring, and hopefully the footage in the background isn't that boring. But thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting my my tiny ass channel. And if you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe, because it does. Again, it helps my my very, very small channel right now. And I would love to one day have a bigger following. But hey, I mean, like, if it doesn't ever happen, that's fine. I just enjoy doing this. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and until next time, I will see you later. Peace.